there is a God who exists radically outside of what we would consider time. And this God is the creator God who has created both the materiality of our world and the temporal sequence of our world. This creator God is not just a single, unified, homogeneous God in that sense. This God is also a God who has, in some mysterious, absolutely mysterious way, voluntarily affirmed this God's existence as a triune God, as Father, Son, Holy Spirit. And so even before creation happens, this God is in some sense triune. And that, for complicated metaphysical reasons, that matters to Augustine. But then this God, the most important thing for Augustine, at least in the city, about this God is this God has created this world entirely voluntarily and with no real prompting by anything else, because there was nothing else besides this God. And this God continues to love this world in an absolute and completely unimaginably intimate way. Part of his argument with many of the philosophers of his time was that they imagined that you needed to have mediators to get to God. You needed to have other interstitial, metaphysical, transcendental beings like demons or angels or whatever. And he says, no. God literally was present on earth as Christ, as Jesus. And there's no reason to not think that when you are participating in the church, you are not actually intimately, in the most intimate way, touching God. Like there's no need for anything between you and God to help you get there. And in the Confessions, he has this wonderful line where he says, God is more inside me than I am, right? More interior to me than my own interiority. And that idea of the radical obviousness of this God in every instant of our existence is for Augustine a crucial metaphysical point. And that's part of what makes for him the pathos of so much of ancient philosophy so powerful, the sadness of it, because they saw the hunger to touch this God, but they didn't realize that they didn't have to leave the world to get to God, but that God had created the world to be present to them.